Okay, so remember the hint we got from Roikman, west of Doom Canyon, and then go north? That's right here. It's a rock wall. Also, I think I editing added in the conversation I had with the Sandcraft upgrade person who wanted us to go and slay the Balal Kwanaga. And if you talk to a few people around the world, a few people talk about this. One person even hints that it may have eaten one of the Guardian Lords. So basically, there's a lot of people pointing us right here. Yeah, this is one of the boss fights of the Sandcraft. The Balal Kornaga. So we need to beat this in order to open up other parts of the world, in order to get to Laxis Land, where I'm trying to get to. Another person wants us to beat this thing so we can avenge their partner or something like that. And also, it probably has one of the Guardian Lords. So, let's take it down. Now, I don't know how difficult this will be. I haven't upgraded the Sandcraft all that much. I did, before we came here, just go and upgrade the cannon. But we'll see if that's enough. Well, that is a bit unfortunate. Did that just heal everything I just did? Okay, now it's actually attacking us. I should prefer that. Okay, reload. Move to an advantageous position again. And firewall again. How much is it healing for? 51,000. Okay, that's pretty much all the damage we've ever done. Ever. Okay. Now you're going to heal again. Oh no, we're dead. Okay. Yeah, this fight kind of sucks. It's going to regenerate next turn, most likely. Which means pretty much anything we do now is kind of pointless. So let's just charge everything up. That actually slows it down. So basically you need to get kind of lucky. You need to get a few rounds of just doing a bunch of damage to him before he heals. That's basically it. Got him! Yeah, see? It's just kind of lucky. But for that we get 24 Dragon Fossils, which is very nice. The fight with Belcornago was so fierce it crushed reefs and altered the very shape of the land. Bits of wooden cloth which blah 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 blah, great shipwreck. Most of the baggage smashed to pieces, but a single suitcase floated defiantly. We get the suitcase. So before we head further onwards, let's head back to Jolly Roger. I don't think 24 fossils is enough to upgrade anything, but we at least want to give the suitcase back to... what's her name? Genuinely, I do not remember her name. Amelia. Balal Kwanaga is history. We found this trunk in its lair. I just wanted proof that Mario is still alive, but if that's not possible, then I wanted proof that he died. Because I still love him. That's why I didn't want our souls tied to the past. I wanted a blade to cut away the past so that I could live in the present. Besides, Mario hated being hesitant over the same thing all the time. Thank you for avenging his death, and for bringing back one of his things. There's something inside that I want you to have. An odd-looking statue, ain't it? It doesn't seem sinister to me. I think it looks kind. Well, that settles it. I want you to have it. Oh, that Mario, always bringing home the weirdest things. I never knew what to do. It reminds me so much of him. That's why I want you to have it. The Goddess Idol. An old stone statue of a goddess. No effect. Don't actually remember what that does. I think that's related to the it's related to the Guardian Lord stuff. So we could get a frame upgrade, which gives us defense and stuff. A lot more defense, yeah. So, let's just look around at our crew. I think that's good, actually. I think that's fine. Alrighty, so now that that's done, just run into a platform. Now I'm going to go back to where the boss just was. Which, by the way, I didn't show it off earlier. Yeah, you just go through here. And now we're looking for a place called Laxisland. I think we might be doing this a little bit earlier than intended. But that's fine. Head northeast to meet others just like you. Perfect. Don't mind if I do. But the earlier we can get this this thing, it will help us quite a bit. There we go. Welcome to Laxisland. Take a look at the forest of grave markers. That's what happens to dragon slayers. They say there's no open space at the top of the mountain where they play the tune of the monster calm, only to incur the dragon's wrath. They say that a raging serpent unleashes a furious assault for a while and then has to rest for the same amount of time. What difference would it make? Nobody has ever survived such an onslaught anyway. Ooh, right. Okay, so I may have been mistaken on when we can actually do this. Thanks, Rogman. Bollock rise, we can't get there yet, The dragon truck. Yeah, we can't do it. We can't actually do it yet. We're missing an item. But still, it's good that we unlocked this place at least. At least now I know it's here. But still, before we get on with the remainder of the story, we'll be doing the rest of the Guardian hunting at least. Name tag. The verse they have about the dragon here. As it is still told, verily suggests that the beast still lives in the world of men. Indeed it must be, it must. But who shall posterity honour as Slayer of the Dragon? None other than I, Galahad. Okay. Howdy. That'll be somewhat relevant. It's a hint of sorts. There's a lot of hidden items in this place, at least. Yeah, let's just finish off exploring this town, then I'll get back to finding the what else we can do at the moment. You're another outsider snooping around town, right? I know the type. It's good to dream, kid, but never forget to keep your feet on the ground, okay? You heard me, we have a saying here. He who soars on dragon's wings often forgets how to land. You best remember that. Okay. The blight of our land is unfortunate, but shouldn't we worry about what's more important? Let's keep our eyes on the sky. Enemies from the stars. Okay. There's another treasure. Revive fruit. Oh, it's over there. Oh, it's the animal, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Alright then I'm going to head out and do some exploring. So yeah, my first plan of today was a bust. Partially my fault, because, but also the game is just weird sometimes, where it's like, a lot of people are telling you about Alaxis Land now, and you can go there now, and it's at level, so it's easy to get to, but you can't actually do the main thing there. You could figure out what it is, it's to do with the dragon. But in order to actually do the dragon thing, we're still missing an ability. I don't know how to get that right now, so we'll worry about that next time. But what we're actually doing today is heading into here. Back into the Gob's hideout. Because there is a thing we can do here. Not here. There's a specific room we're looking for. Pretty sure the enemies here are the same as they were at the time. It's just gobs. Did we ever open that door? I don't remember if we did. This is the room we're looking for. We'll sneak over here and jump up here, which obviously we could not do before. And then here we find the wolf idol. And also a book. Fossil Resources, Dragons. There we go. So a lot of this is just the stuff we know already. The dragons are used in the fossils to make the arms and all that. The living dragon found further south within around. Again, they're mentioning the dragon. We just can't get there yet. I mean, technically we could get that. Technically we could get to where it is. But we need a specific tool to actually activate the sequence trigger to move things along. Which we don't have yet. Ooh, really missed that. And yeah, that's that door that was closed. It all comes full circle. But now the other idols. One we can't do yet. And I don't know if we can do the other one yet. I'll actually have to do some research on it. I don't remember. Yeah, this episode's just been a bit of a mess. Been all over the place. Not really got much done, but hey ho. It's just how it is sometimes. Wait! False alarm. Never mind. I might be able to do it. I just missed something at Lax's Land, it seems like. Only problem is now I've got to remember where my sandcraft is. Okay, so apparently what we have to do here is talk to someone as Gallows. That's the trick I was missing. Okay, it's a little bit of a tricky sequence trigger because you need to talk to someone specific as Gallows. But I don't remember who it is. Oh, here we go. You're going to take these cursed dolls from me. They say they bring gory death to the owner. Please, you would take for me. How interesting. I'll take 'em. They so creepy. Long time I searched for new owner. Thank you, thank you. Tool, the Kramer dolls. Play melody that attracts monsters. These dolls under evil curse. Bad. Someone who owned them so far went die. Everyone who owned them so far went die in Dragon's Lair on South Fire Mountain, burned black and crispy. Each time dolls went to come back here. No can get rid of them. Please, now that you have dolls, I know what to die. Stay away from South Fire Mountain. I don't want you to get fried like chicken. And that's the sequence trigger. Now we can go and get to the dragon. See, I thought that tool we got later on in the story. Didn't remember that we get it right there. Alright, at least in that fight we've got a couple of Gimel coins and some material count up, so that's fine. Now then, now we actually can go and get the dragon. In the South Fire Mountain, which I believe is this right here. However, one detail that I want to do first. Now we've picked up a couple of these Guardian Shrine statues. You might be wondering, what do we do with those? Well, what we do with those is take them back to the Fallen Sanctuary. So, we go up here. You might remember these little platforms. Justine of Courage. We don't have that one. We have two of the statues, so we should be able to get two of the things. Zephyr of Hope? No, we don't have that one yet. So I don't think so. We have the Goddess and the Wolf, I believe. Unless I have to actually, like, use it? No effect. Definitely don't think that one's the Wolf one. Because I know the Wolf one, it's my favourite. Raftina of Love? Is that the Goddess? One can cause the Guardian's materials by focusing everyone together. Will you show your will to Guardian? Yep, we have to fight them just like the other ones. And this is also one of my favourites. I mean, first off, just look at that design. It looks freaking awesome. But also, her ability, when you summon her in battle, is a friggin' lifesaver. entirely sure what copy ability actually does, but let's not worry about that. No elemental wing strike? No? Okay. Let's do our usual strategy, even though we haven't been hurt yet. Presumably, she's about to start hurting us. Blizzard. Ow! Although, that just made me stronger. For Virginia, I'll just have her heal herself up and not everyone else. Because no one else is in critical state yet. Now everyone's in critical state, yeah, okay. We kind of have to win this turn, otherwise we're kind of dead. I wish I could do Accelerator Gatling, but that's fine. Yeah, because Virginia's got one turn of healing. You can heal everyone else up, but if you just keep spamming those AoEs, we won't be able to keep up. We've kind of got to win this turn. This has to do it. And it did! Whew. And we get the Love Charm. The Guardian Lord vitalizes the mediums. Choose 2 from the silver mediums you have collected thus far, which we can power up. And it will power up the Aqua Wisp and Moonspark. They provide even greater protection. Basically, that just means they give you a stat up. But Roftina, I want to give to Virginia. Love Charm. Magic up and Magic Resist up and Health up, and the ability she has will be very useful to have on someone that can act first in battle. We'll see that when we get to it. And resistance to stator effects that linger after battle. That's really good as well. Restores HP when you card as well. Yeah, these are all real good. Alright, so now let's do the other one. And how I'm going to split this up is, we'll do the last of the Guardians that I can do today, which is just this one. Then I'll cut, and then next time we'll do the, we'll go and do the dragon. Seems like a plan. Offer up the Wolf Idol. Because also I want to do this before I go and get the dragon, because the things we'll get from this are going to help quite a bit. They're going to make us quite a bit stronger. So just in case we need it. Let's take down Lucid. Oh yeah. Just look at it. It looks awesome. Alright, usual strats. Oh yeah, Raftina never got to use her ability on us. Or her summon ability, but that was Lucid's. And it's quite powerful, especially when we can use it. Honestly, the two we're getting now might actually be the two that I use the most. The last one we'll be getting is also really good as well. Basically, they are all pretty good. Not weak to light. That's unfortunate. Oh, you can see what abilities she has. Got Weaken. Forces an elemental weakness upon target. That's what that does. Again, also really good to have on Virginia, who comes up first. So then I can make an enemy weak to basically anything. And then the rest of the party can just freely exploit it. So that's pretty good. Temporarily acquire a special attack from the target. Kind of like blue magic, I guess, which is selectively useful. Shields against all negative status effects. That would be good to have on Gallows when he can extension it to everyone else, but that's fine. It's fine. And instantly extinguishes undead's negative life force. Basically, banish undead. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, back to blasting. I think I will also, with this one, I'm going to level up to the other one that Gallows has. The light one. Just because we do use it a lot. It's one of my favourites as well. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, we've still got to beat this thing. Oh, and this one's going to keep spamming its ability. On the bright side, Jet can't die. He's immune to dark. You just heal yourself up. You get a quick Gatling off, and you to blast him. You can do a Gatling. Oh, that was a life charge coming in there. Oh, which combines with SOS Guard that she's got. Which pretty much means she always heals up a bit when she's on critical. That's actually a really good synergy I don't think I ever exploited before. Because SOS Guard means she always gets into a guard state when she's on low health. And then the ability where she recovers when she's guarding. I'll just go back to it. Life charge. Recovers HP when you guard. It also counts when SOS Guard triggers. So pretty much whenever she's on critical low health, she automatically heals a bit. That's pretty good actually. I like that. Large Moon. Not a bad shot. Now, this one shouldn't be too difficult, I think. I hope. I never understood that ability. A lot of the time it does just seem to do 0 damage. And there we go. Not too shabby. We get the Lust Jaw. Let's power up Flash Hit and... Fiery Ray. I'll try to remember which one's on Virginia, because she could do with a bit of a boost. I think she's got Gale Claw, so I'll power up that as well. Yeah, that's good. So Clive's the only one without a buff yet, but that's fine. Yes, Lust Jaw I give to you. I don't know why, I just always do. His new abilities are FP+. Gain additional FP. Pretty useful, pretty useful. Incrementally increases damage to elemental weaknesses. Bit of a synergy there with forcing elemental weakness on them. And cure status elements relative to the rise of your FP level. Basically, every time you rank up your FP in battle, so you get to 25, 50, 75 and 100. Going to 100 always puts you into condition green, so it gets rid of all your status effects, which is quite nice. Something I keep forgetting about. But this, I think, means you recover other status effects as you go up as well. Nice. I could have given you Dark Ward as well. Although, actually probably better off without it. Might as well just distribute everything we have. Okie dokie, so that's all we can do here now. And we are a little bit beat up after that fight, so we'll go back to town and heal up, and then finally next time we get to go and do what I originally wanted to do today.